What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to our late night news roundup here on Anfield Agenda, where I'm going to take you through all the latest news around Liverpool Football Club, obviously with an emphasis on the transfer window. So as we go through it, do feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it, and of course we'd love you to hit that subscribe button. Want to say a quick thank you to everybody for helping us to get to 10 million views over the last 30 days. It's the first time we've done it on the channel, and we wouldn't do it without your incredible support, so thank you for that one. Right, before I get stuck into the Liverpool news, an interesting update. I don't know if you've seen the madness tonight in Serie A, but second to last game of the season, obviously just 1 point between Napoli and Inter Milan, and both drew tonight. But Inter Milan conceded a 90th minute penalty against Lazio to draw, and Napoli had a 90 plus 10 penalty overturned and Antonio Conte sent off. So it looks as if nobody wants to win Serie A. Napoli still have a 1 point advantage going in to that last game, but you definitely feel, if you're an Inter fan, that is a chance gone to go and win the title this season. And of course, then you had Ajax collapsing as well over in the Eredivisie when they were miles ahead and then capitulated and lost the league title to Eindhoven by 1 point today. Right, into the Liverpool news. Let's talk about Darwin Núñez and a potential departure over to Napoli. This piece here said things are looking positive for Napoli on the Darwin Núñez front due to the Jonathan David move proving to be more expensive than had been expected. Darwin is intrigued, this piece says, by the prospect, but has tempting offers from Saudi, and he will give his response in the coming days. I just think this could be maybe Liverpool's first departure of the summer transfer window. Diaz, though, this situation's gone up and down and left and right, and Barca are interested and they're not interested, and now this again. So LFC Transfer Room, credit them for the post, said Barcelona sporting director Deco wants to sign Luis Diaz as a priority. He is Deco's top target for the summer. The asking price is around £67 million and his wages are considered manageable. Diaz fits the profile that the club is after. I genuinely don't know anymore about the Diaz situation. The other day, lots of talk from him as well, and the club talking about extending. Now there's talk from Barcelona again. I really just don't know what to expect in this situation, but feel free to let me know your best guess. On tonight's stream, we did a couple of interesting polls, and we asked, is Jarell Quansah good enough for Liverpool Football Club? 70% of people said no, they don't think he is. We talked about Canade, and I asked what you think the likelihood is there, and people still feel like he'll stay at Liverpool Football Club. And then we ran a poll talking about if Liverpool are to go for Florian Verz, and I do have an update on him coming up in a minute. We asked people to give us options for a cheaper attacker, and the three options that we put in there were Jonathan David, Victor Osimhen, and the third one was João Pedro. And we asked people to pick, if we were to bring in one of these strikers, haven't brought in Wirtz, let's say, who would you go for? And the answer was not Victor Osimhen, it was João Pedro, were the one that most Liverpool fans on our poll went for. So Arsenal, Chelsea and Liverpool all interested in signing Benjamin Sesko, but interestingly, nobody will meet RB Leipzig's asking price of over £84 million. And I've got to say, I agree. He is a very good player, but he hasn't developed enough to show that he's a €100 million or £84 million footballer yet. So I wonder, will we see Leipzig have to lower their asking price? Remember, they've no European football next season. So let's wait and see what happens on that one. Xavi Simon's name has been mentioned as well as one that Liverpool are interested in. And we asked our poll tonight, do you want Xavi Simons at Liverpool? Again, the answer was no. Do you want Cherki? Yes. Liverpool fans, at least in our community, very much open to the idea of Liverpool signing Cherki and prefer the idea of it than Xavi Simons. Let me know what you think. So, an update here coming from Noxfon and Kicker in Germany on the Florian Verz situation. Let me read out to you what it said. Florian Verz has not made a decision on which club he wants to join yet, but Bayern are not in as clear a pole position as recent reports suggested. One of the two English clubs, Manchester City or Liverpool, is said to be in a very good position and has high hopes of winning the race. Wirtz has all the information he needs to make a decision in the near future. Only when this has happened will the chosen club make an offer, especially since the price is clear. €150 million. 150 million euro. That would be a huge departure from Liverpool's norm of not paying that much money for a player. But who do we think the English club is? My money would be that it's Liverpool, because if you look at even Bayern Munich talking about the situation, they seem to think that Liverpool are the ones most likely to make a push and a play here. We've also had the likes of Lewis Steele reporting that the money would absolutely be there for Liverpool to sign Florian Verz. And maybe I'm being biased here, but we are, in my opinion, a far more attractive proposition than Manchester City, who have, well, lots of things hanging over them, shall we say. I don't know where this one goes. I don't know who the most likely destination is, but I do like that over the last few days, Bayern have been, well, brought down a couple of pegs. They felt like this was going to be a formality and that they were going to get him for about 80 million quid. Then we'd seen the news of Manchester City being willing to pay up to 150 million euro and having an outline or a broad agreement with Leverkusen on that fee. Now, we've seen Liverpool's name come into the mix, and the talk was that he went over to meet Manchester City. Sky and everybody else were reporting that. But then German publications started to come out to say, no, it was Liverpool that he was over to have a chat with. We also know that he's spoken directly with Arne Slot. So your guess is as good as mine as where this all ends up. But if you can help me out with a couple of things in the chat, folks, I do want your thoughts on the centre-back situation. Will we revisit Schlotterbeck as an example? Is Hincapié going to be there or thereabouts if Liverpool are looking for a centre-back? Also tonight, reports that Mark Gay of Crystal Palace is looking to run down his contract to join either Real Madrid or Barcelona on a free in 12 months' time. I can't see Steve Parish and the Palace fans being happy about that one, or of course Premier League clubs who want to try and sign him. So your guess is as good as mine what happens there. And one more little interesting update that we mentioned on tonight's late night agenda as well. We look like we have another team in the mix now for Caoimhín Kelleher's signature. That team, Aston Villa. We've mentioned that it looks like Emi Martinez could depart Aston Villa this summer, and Caoimhín Kelleher's name has now been mentioned as a possible replacement for Emi Martinez. So lots to chew on there, lots to go through. It looks like we're going to get the here we go on KERKEZ soon. Fabrizio Romano has said that Liverpool's left-back situation will be the next one resolved, so keep your eye out there. We've also seen KERKEZ liking Romano's post, mentioning that we're going to see a left back brought in and his name was mentioned in it, and he then went and liked the post. So I think this one, well, it's looking pretty good, isn't it, that we will get KERKEZ, and will he be the next one through the exit doors? We'll have to wait and see, but it's looking positive and we're in the hunt for Wirtz. So now it's over to you guys. Let us know your thoughts. I will be back tomorrow, 8:45 with the late night agenda. Until then, enjoy what remains of your Sunday and thank you for your support. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.